I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I went to the mines, loaded 16 tons of number 9 coal, and the foreman done said, well, bless my soul, I loaded 16 tons. What do you get? Another year older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company's stove. Doing the flooded mines today, which is why I decided that intro worked. Hostility doesn't grow with every year, so we have no time limit, sort of, but hostility grows for every villager, so we have a lot of hostility to start with, but nothing that gives us more over time. So, like, there's no time limit except for the fact that there is absolutely a time limit, because I need to get as many settlements in as possible before the storm hit, before the, game ends. And that's that. Anyway, let's go. We got the workshop to start out with, which is pretty sweet. Love seeing that. Then we have something. Maybe I just take carpenter for the tool production? It's not a crazy idea. Leather workers are pretty nice with very good water skins and pigments. Containers and scrolls would be relevant to this game. Carpenter's much more like accessible when it comes to like victory points, so let's just get the tools. This is almost certainly granary here. Being able to make pickle goods at 2-star for the beavers will be great. Pie isn't bad, biscuits aren't bad, but I really need to know what the third person is, and I need a flour before I decide which direction I'm going in with in terms of the complex food, so I'm gonna just stick with that, and yeah, that should be that. I'll put down some woodcutter camps, and then I do the usual thing of figuring out what the heck the forest mysteries are. Gain 15 water minute per drizzle, because this rain is just falling slowly and we can collect it. That's kind of funny. That certainly makes greenhouses much more viable. Just because you get, free water. Humid climate, humidity is unbearable. Fuel consumption increased by 20 per hostility level. That's really dangerous. You go through fuel really quick with humid climate during the storms, so yeah, especially on the coral forest where we don't have a lot of extra fuel anywhere. Would have to like dig for coal or some nonsense to make sure our fuel is fine. Recipes produce fewer building materials during the storm. I hate it, that sucks. Whatever though. Double the chance of consuming food during the break if you don't know complex food. I want to get complex food up anyway. And people sometimes consume double the amount of food. So, nothing immediately deadly, just a lot of things that, suck. So that's fun. I need to start with fabric planks and bricks. I need 6 to build the warehouse. But first off, let's prioritize the woodcutter camps and get ourselves a moving. Just like beavers or humans are fine on the hearth for right now. Probably the beaver just to save us a little bit of fuel. Very little. Human would be fine, except that early impatience is actually very helpful because that gives you a teeny bit of hostility reduction, because the angrier the queen gets, the happier the forest is. Make of that what you will. Got a lot of... Well, we got a couple of dangerous glades nearby, just like right nearby. Awfully close to the edge of the map, too. That's not typical. We have fertile ground over here, so that's as far away as it gets. So we theoretically could have some in that area, maybe in that area. Yeah, probably not there. Probably want to break into there as soon as I can. Tanning racks? Maybe. We don't get a lot of leather anywhere. We have to find a meat node, and there's not a lot of them around. It's like very convenient to get just because it's a lot of stuff. Haulers being on the provision eat way less, which is pretty nice. But I don't run a lot of haulers, so you know, this is questionably good. Money's probably the strongest pick out of all of these. Tanning racks, like, could definitely be good. Like, tripling the amount of leather you get from meat nodes is, like, really helpful. It's just, you know, a gamble whether we even find any that we can get. Probably the most guaranteed thing to get me the win is the money right now. Yeah. I think it's just the case. It's not fun or great, but it is what we're gonna do. Alright, now we fast forward until we find some orders. I definitely want more wood than we have before popping these open. This is P6, so everything takes way more wood. So I will need at least 45 to make the shelters, and then another 10 on that to make the park. It's 10, right? It's 12. Okay. It's actually 12. I lied to you just now. Crazy. Anyway, let's check it out. Joyful Beavers. The route delivery line would be really sweet, but it is also not happening. I can't get them up to 22 resolve in any way, shape, or form. Like, if I pulled all the woodcutters, I could get them up to 10. If I gave them good housing, I could get them to 14. And then I'm done. So there's, like, unless I had, like an immediate source of good food for them, not happening. The end. Crystallized dewdrops from trees around here, so this seems pretty easy to do. 5 parts is always nice. I could use some extra villagers to start out with. Blue metal's fine. Install 2 rain engines. That's surprisingly harder than it sounds. The 30 oil would be really sweet, though. Not gonna lie. I would like that a great deal. That can solve a bunch of Glade events, so getting free oil is pretty nice. And I don't have to, like, make use of the rain engines, I just have to pipe it up, and I start with some initial pipes, enough to pipe up 2 buildings. It does mean I can't build a geyser right off the bat, but we're getting metal from trees, so pipes are a little bit more easily accessible this game. That's my reasoning. There's no eggs on the map, so that makes egg collection quite a bit harder. Normally this is just give up your initial food, but because I took an event where I lost 20 eggs, I don't have 35 eggs right off the bat. The guild's doable. Probably would love the bigger ovens, but I think the guild is fine. It's doable. It gets us 3 precious parts, a little bit of food. I think I unlocked beaver houses. No, I didn't. I think that was just one of the things I wanted to unlock, but couldn't. That makes sense. Anyway. We'll get some people working on building materials. Just need to get up to 6 of everything, and then we're good. Make ourselves a workshop, we'll pipe that up, then we'll make ourselves a granary, pipe that up. Finish rain engines installations, and we'll see if we can't work on Beaver Resolve, I guess. This is gonna be... It's not exactly a great start, not gonna lie. but it's manageable. I'll say that it's manageable. Want to definitely pop into these mussel sprout trees to try to get as much crystallized dew as I can. So, you know, where they are is probably fine. I shouldn't worry about it too much, so I'm not going to. The end. Would also like this cut out so we can actually put the workshop down where I want it. How are you all doing? Making plenty of fabric. We have enough bricks. Once he's done, we'll have enough planks. You know, we just waiting on the fabric. Alright. We're both gonna take a break. That's fine. Do need to monitor what the heck these guys are doing, because I only need them to start making one fabric and then I'll be done. Yeah, see, you don't start making planks when I set the limit to 6 and we have 7. I don't know why you would do that. Probably something to do with the timing of when the planks were delivered and when he decided what his new role would be. Not a big deal. We should be fine during the storm. I would be shocked if we stayed at level 2 hostility for very long. And the beavers and humans are resilient enough that they're just like okay during Storm 1, which is nice. It's very handy to have that be a thing. You start building. If you're gonna sit there being idle. I want to collect the stone at some point, so we'll set that up to be built at some point. Houses certainly wouldn't be a terrible idea. I want to just put down big shelters right away. They are more space efficient and look slightly better than the shelters, in my opinion. And that's all I care about. Probably want these guys over here now. We're running out of space to chop over here thanks to Mr. Dangerous Glade here, so probably best to pull them over here, be done with that. Make room for where I'm gonna put the granary. Seems like an okay idea. Alright. We'll make a bunch of planks. We will keep some fabric and some bricks around, and that's gonna be how it is. Crude workstation is now 100% superfluous because I build everything way better in the workshop, so goodbye. Thank you, Beth, for the wood refund. We should be getting an impatience tick rather soon. Do I queue up the shelters? It's fine. I forget if I got the second upgrade. And they're not gonna tell me. Second upgrade to the hearth, I mean. Alright. Beavers are leaving, but that should solve itself in like half a minute, so we're fine. Oh, they are upset still, huh? That's kind of lame. I can just favor them though. Humans are just that resilient, and plus they have porridge, so they're super duper happy. We love that for our humans being super duper happy. There's nothing really important to build, so I should probably set the beavers, this one stray beaver, to start making planks so we can actually get some shelter down. That seems like a good idea. Hey, blue metal's done. This will push us up a hostility level to a shocking degree. So I might save that for when drizzle hits. I plan to bring in the next group of newcomers anyway, and that'll bump us up quite a bit of hostility. So I'd rather not have to deal with yet more from 3 new arrivals, and that is my entire reasoning behind what I'm doing. The end. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. We have lizards this time. It could be the difference between happiness and not. I do definitely want humans, though. Once we get a fertile ground building, and we're gonna pop into that glade for that, we'll be very happy we took humans, so that sounds like something I'm definitely going to prioritize. And now we have 3 builders, which is sweet. Maybe they will work on the camps and the roads. That would be nice. Shove that one out of the way, just so the woodcutters don't have to maneuver themselves around it. Just waiting on planks and fabric, and you guys are working on that as hard as you can. I may as well pipe up the building now, just to start your engines started. Alright, Stonecutter's camp is up. Let's just fill that out. I definitely want to wait for lizards before we start collecting the bugs. That will make us be a teeny scoochy bit low on the old food, but that's probably just fine. What's the worst that could happen? People starve and leave? I don't think my people are that cowardly to let a little thing like starvation and unable to produce energies because they can't metabolize, they have no food to metabolize into ATP, that like they would leave. Nonsense. We're made of sterner stuff than that. You can just muscle your way through non-fooding. Yeah, that's what I think. That's my well-reasoned opinion. Okay, storm's pretty much over. So we done there. Let's do blue metal. We did get ourselves some lizards, so we can make the small trappers camp now guilt-free. Small farm would be good. Provisioner would be good. Cookhouse would be good. That'd all be pretty darn good. Fertile ground building does seem like it's very important to make sure we have, so I'll just click that button, call it a day. Calming water or reckless plunder. These are questionable. Let's see what Zorg has and see if that leans me towards getting more amber again. He has the cookhouse, which is very good. That is very good. Does that help me more than a tiny amount of hostility reduction from calming water? Like, probably. Yeah. I'm already setting up for sustainable food, so reckless plunder doesn't do that much. I mean, it gives me more from caches, but I don't open caches. I just get money from them. I think I'll get more money now by just taking the amber. I think it's okay. Maybe it hurts somebody to watch, but, you know, suck it, I guess. Trade connections is a lot more doable than it usually is, given that I have a carpenter. Neither of these are gonna be particularly easy to do, though. Export specialization does help you make packs, so that's something. Upgraded 2 hearths to level 2. Apparently I did get the level 2 upgrade. I don't have the lizard house this time, yeah, no. So, making lizard houses sounds a little hard. I guess we'll take outposts. Makes a certain amount of sense to me. Yeah, basically now just waiting for things to be built. absolutely no one came up with well, there was no, hey, you should break into a glade, and that would be cool. None of those orders, so I'm just gonna have to break into glades according to my own wants and desires, which is a truly terrible metric to go by, given my past performance. Also, probably best to put a lizard on the heart. On the other hand, 2 lizards collecting insects will keep us well stocked in food for a fair bit of time. So I don't mind that. Fuming machinery. Eek. Alright. Does Zorg have any containers? He has pottery. Is it that important, though? I don't have any water. No real access to it. So tearing it down is not quite as viable. Fixing it is very expensive, but gets me a ton of clearance water, which can help, certainly. Don't think I have a building that takes clearance water right now. I think it's just storm and drizzle. Which makes it a little less appealing. Yeah, I think I just... Oh, I don't have any way to make tools, do I? I can't get the needed tools. Oh no. Well, in that case, I'm going to get way less persnickety about where I put the carpenter, and I'm going to make 2 tools. We'll get enough crystallized dew for that at some point, I'm sure. So that means I need to buy 26 pottery to solve this particular glade event. I guess I'm selling my amber and saying goodbye to the cookhouse. Sure seems that way. I don't like it being that way, but it does seem that way. Can I just trade you other stuff? All of my cloth? I mean, I sort of need it, but I also sort of don't. All my planks, man, that slows us down so much. I don't like how much that slows us down. This is like good luck with your fabric lol level of selling off. I need to keep at least 3. So we keep 3 for the carpenter, which is essential. Yeah. We buy the 26 here. For an extra plank or 2, yeah. That's pretty even. I'm okay with that. And can I afford a single amber worth of stuff to get the cookhouse? Because that would be very, very helpful. Biscuits and skewers would cover the complex food needs of literally everyone. All my planks. No, this slows us down way, way, way too much. I don't want to sell a part either, but I do have them available, and it's not that crazy to do. Sell a single plank, call it good. I guess. It's ugly. Let's not mince words here. I hate that, but it's fine. Alright. So yeah, carpenter is our top priority so we can make the tools, so we can start fixing this before it blows up, which would be bad. And yeah, we'll put down the cookhouse / granary at some point. I also want to break into here for sure. So I should probably like just queue that up. Even if it's just like you know, making some of the edge trees available to cut down so that when they naturally get in there, they will break into there. You get out of here. Get out of here. Also important to note, there's more fertile ground over here. I believe I did say at the start that there could be a patch over there, so I'm very happy to be vindicated. I don't have extended farm range, so the only way I can get everything into that is here, but I feel like I may as well just put down 2 of them. Because then we'll be able to cover the fields in a better way anyway. Takes 3 humans unupgraded to really cover that large amount of fields, so I'm okay with it. Alright. Our lizards are almost... God, they plod so slowly. These guys are almost done. I would love to see some more metal coming from this woodcutter pretty soon, just so that we can get some crystallized dew and turn it into a tool so we can actually do this. Probably not going to be able to do that for a bit of time, but anyways, this is probably going to explode. Probably going to explode and take out one of these herb nodes and the trees, but that's fine. That is a loss we can deal with. Okay. Put you in there. Please deliver that 1 bar of crystallized dew at your earliest convenience. And then we throw the lizards in the trapper's camp so we don't starve to death. And a plan is made. Oh my god. He has a plan. Could even be an okay plan. Wouldn't go so far as to say it's a good plan. Let's not be completely a lunatic, but it's a plan. And if we have a plan, that's basically like winning. Okay, you're dragging over the dew, and you're making the 2 tools we need. Great. I could assign somebody to drag stuff over there and just keep a watchful eye out and make sure they don't accidentally explode, but they can spend their time carrying stuff over to it at least. Makes it a lot more efficient when the tools finally get done. Fewer trips back and forth from the warehouse. It's just a good idea. What's also a not bad idea is to make planks only in the carpenter. We have some spare beavers, and they do get a bonus 10% to woodworking in here. So, like, probably I want to cancel plank production in here and just leave this human to be like, yeah, don't worry about the fabric and bricks, I'll handle it. And the beavers over here can just be like, I sure do love woodcutting. That sounds like a great plan to me. Alright, you're bringing over pottery, that's good. You need to deliver these tools immediately. I wouldn't mind opening this cache with them either, so like, if we do happen to get some metal, I'm pretty fine with you making tools. Also, I should pipe this up and complete the event. Seems like an okay idea. And then I recall, can I use oil for this? That was hideously, 60. I forgot, it takes a lot of oil. What a waste. What an utter and absolute waste that was. Waste of everyone's time. It sucked. That was a bad play. Bad play from a bad player. Butcher helps us make oil. Scribe helps us make education and leisure, which is really nice to have. We don't have any big meat nodes we've uncovered. or any at all, so Trapper's Camp is not particularly appealing. Growing metal is an option. I do like the butcher. It's a lot less good now that I have skewer production. The oil's always handy, don't get me wrong. I don't think we'll get a lot of materials for jerky. Growing metal and making a bunch of tools might be a good way to win. And I don't need these things. They would just be nice to have. Like if the lizards weren't the only ones eating jerky, I might go with butcher just because it makes oil and jerky, and that's both of that is a really nice combination. Plus they're happier in there. It might be worth it just they're not happy, they're just productive. That's kind of a questionable one. I'm gonna take the forester's hut just to do something new. Cause I'm just that crazy a dude. Okay, you're delivering the tools, good. We have enough. There's probably no way they get all of that delivered in time. I wish I'd remembered it was 60 and not 30 because I was like, wow, it sure would be a lot better if I only had to spend this ephemeral oil instead of these very hard to make tools, but it wasn't the case. It wasn't the case, and I effed it up. I effed it up like a big weenie loser. I don't think weenie loser actually followed from that. Didn't make any sense. It's just what came to mind, and I can't account for my brain whatsoever, so we're not going to worry about it. Oh boy. Y'all need to stop taking breaks and deliver the pottery because it'll explode if you don't. And I don't want it to explode, as it turns out. I'm gonna do my usual little park here. So we can upgrade the hearth once the housing gets built. May as well throw down another big shelter as well. That all sounds lovely. One busy beaver building better. Bene. I like to move the woodcutter camp slightly out of the way, just so that the human can walk around the node and not get slowed down by buildings and stuff. How we doing over here? Going to get ingredients. Ooh. He might make it by the skin of his teeth if we're lucky. He has to deliver the pottery and immediately get to work. Delivered. Going to workplace. Oh my god. Okay, well, we made it with 5 seconds to spare. Calculated. So calculated. I'm so good at the game. Wow. Wow. How does he do it? He's just so good at the game he's playing. He's a gamer. It's crazy. We need those shelters built. Toot sweet. We don't really have the planks for it. Unfortunate that. Definitely want to get below hostility 3, and we'll probably have to drop to hostility 1 with our current resolve, yeah. Sure does seem that way, huh? can bring these two in and it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Blizzard resolve is low. That should solve itself as soon as the shelter gets built, and it's about to be. And even better yet, we're about to upgrade the hearth to get a +1 to global resolve, which will be really sweet. I guess you can go over here because this isn't going to explode, which is what I look for in buildings a lot of the times. You know, there's a list. You know, long-term viability, rustic charm, and not exploding. That's my list of good stuff. I could swap out a human here. I don't think that's necessary though. Just swap you out here. I'll throw you up here. We can't use the grain for anything right now, so I'm gonna just stick to veggies. Once you are done with these bricks, you will also go to the farm upstate where you'll be much happier. I could spare a woodcutter, actually. Let's spare that woodcutter. Let's get him chopping. Chopping all the livelong day. That's not even, like, close to a song I know. I don't know what that was. Just bear with me. My brain doesn't always get to make sense. Actually, come to think of it, we don't need those decorations because we're about to have for aesthetics right here. Shabam. Get aestheticized. I don't know where we're gonna put this, but I can move it around freely anyway, so who cares? Now we just need that last hearth built and we'll upgrade the encampment yet again, and that'll be sweet. Still need planks over here. Just gonna put one person on this farm, so having like a little smattering of grain could come in handy. Just in case we get flowers sometime during the next year. It's not impossible. And due to that, I will attempt it. Plus it fits really well into packs of crops, because if I can't use it for that, I can at least shove it into boxes and send it off to be traded. Granted, I still don't have any way of making trade good packs, so I'm gonna have to like keep a lookout for that. Upgrading to a new neighborhood is also going to be a little bit tough. I could break into here though. This is a very natural place to break into, so I certainly wouldn't mind it. Stonecutter Camp is out of everything, so I guess you stop that. You guys go there, start collecting reeds so we can turn that into fabric. You're making bricks out of rocks, which is what I need you to do. In fact, you're just kind of done, so that's fun. Any crops we're not using? Not really. Any provisions we're not using? I mean, the herbs aren't super useful right now. They could be useful later, but right now they're not. Get the herbalist camp down. I know we're not going to get any harpies this game, so I can put that down guilt-free and staff it, so I will. The end. Alright. Storm over. Send in the beavers. Runestone's actually not terrible. We are going to get a Blight Storm, and that just gives us a little bit of a leeway as to not have to deal with it on year 3. But, like, bed and breakfast is like free money every time a trader arrives, and I love free money. You can do a lot with free money. So I'm going to take the free money. Free money, free money, free money, free money, free money. Let's open up some orders, too. Basic packages, as amazing as the bakery would be, does not seem viable. I don't have a building to make tray good packs in, so making a ton of them in a very big hurry, seems impossible. So I'm not gonna try. Archaeology is a little tempting, just so I can break into glades with another purpose, but I think I'm gonna take the caches just because I plan to open a lot of them because I plan to have tool production. And, oh look, there's another thing that gives me, benefits to opening glades and something I can use tools on. It gives me metal to replace those tools. That sounds lovely. That sounds darn right great. We'll just take it. We'll take it right now and be happy it happened. Don't be sad it wasn't the order you got. Be happy that the order happened at all or something. Yeah, I sure do love getting ordered around. That's a thing. Anyway, we upgraded the hearth. That is its current max. So I would certainly love to make another one over here relatively soon. Just like our trader should arrive relatively soon. Yes, in 1 second. That definitely counts as relatively soon. Oh my god, another one. What the heck? Okay. Can't help but notice we still don't have any water anywhere. It is drizzle, so a water collector would get a substantial amount of drizzle water in a big ol' hurry. Oh no, wait, we have clearance water. Okay, that's very viable to tear down. In fact, it's great, because that triples our production of crystallized dew from trees. Wow. That's actually really nice. And the fuel will be handy. Yeah, let's just do that. That sounds terrific. Let's just tear it down. Who's gonna do that? I guess you. I guess you two? Yeah, it's fine. Leaves us with one builder again, which I guess we'll just kind of deal with. Yeah, tear the sucker down. Though we need somebody making fabric. And that's a bit of a priority job, in fact. So I'm just gonna mark it as a priority job. Hello, Sahilda. What you got for me? You got some upgraded camps. How tempting are they? You could use the upgraded forager camp, that's for sure. How viable is it to get that? It ain't bad. Oh god, this is why I love bed and breakfast. It's just like, oh, they arrived. Can I buy something? And the answer just becomes yes a lot more often. Could sell a bunch of stone. I do have to point out that I have a massive lack of rocks on the map, so selling my surplus of stone is not the best idea. I'm getting plenty of parts from orders, but this is Prestige 6, so I can't just chuck those in a bin and call it fine. We don't have much food either. I might have to wait to see what our situation is afterwards. I also found a tinctury as a side note. The ale and wine is certainly nice to have the ability to make. Be pretty happy to do that. A ranch would be very nice. So would a building that makes flour. Maybe we'll even be able to do that at some point. For now, I just gotta babysit the lizard here, make him deliver the cloth as soon as possible so that we make fuming machinery in time. These guys are very busy delivering a bunch of water to it, so I'm not too worried about them running out of time with collecting the cloth. So how hard is that 8 again? Give up one entire camp for it? Maybe. It's a big maybe, though. It's very hard to get rid of my bricks, given that I am completely out of stone right now. I could give up a bunch of wood, though that is very spook. I kind of need a lot of it. Wood in 3 parts instead of 5? It's probably worth it. It is a lot of food to unlock, so I'm pretty happy with it. It's probably more efficient than farming it, to be honest. So we're happy to do that. Plus it's in the way of my next hearth, so clearly all that needs to go. Do I have the humans to, like, put on it? Not really. But I could just swap one of you out. I need the builder anyway. Guess we don't need this much plank production right now. It would just be convenient to have. Oh, it's year 3. I need the blight post to be built. Soon. And by soon, I mean, like, this year. So, get to it immediately, basically. Yeah? Yeah. Hey, we opened that. Excellent. We put down a forester's hut? Maybe. Right now, my beavers are busy with a whole bunch of other stuff, so I'm not that keen on putting them to work in a forester's hut, but it can definitely be a viable plan for later. That's for sure. So we'll build out some roads at a prospect. I could probably pop the... No, I can't. I'm out of... I am building tools, but they ain't coming fast, that's for sure. Also, still no geyser anywhere. Kind of funny we have a reserve of drizzle water out of absolutely nowhere. Dun 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 dun. Ba-da-dum. Ba-dum. Dum dum. Hey, they're idle. Good. The whole field got farmed. Just what I want to see. Plenty of raw food to eat, a couple of grains so that we can put that into packages and call it good. That'll be lovely. So how much do we need here? 10 crops, 10 building materials, 10 building material, 10 crops, 15 trade goods. God only knows where I'm going to make those trade goods, but that's the later problem, I guess. Any lizards not being optimized? I guess the one in the workshop... I guess the one in the workshop is literally the only one that was not optimized, huh? Who do I put there then instead? Guess... you? I guess. You. Yeah. Go make purging fire. It is essential. And you... I mean, we have plenty of time. Let's just pull you off. You get to be a builder for a while, and you just finish that up. And spend the entirety of the storm collecting coal and pigment. That'll be good. Alright. Fusing machinery is torn down. We get +2 crystal growth, which is really, really sweet. That turns it from 3 to 5 in the forester's hut, which is a pretty big deal. And any trees we happen to get crystallized dew from drop 3 instead of 1, which is a huge deal. Everything's coming up, Chris. In many ways. I've got everybody housed, but we have absolutely no excess housing, which is mildly spooky. But we should be okay. Newcomers are due to arrive soon. That's nice. I could definitely use an extra human. And I did get it. Probably these guys. The food would be very handy, and so would the rocks. Who can't stop the rock. That's all fine. You guys aren't really doing anything over here yet, so why don't you help clear out this area? That all needs to go. I want the reed field cleared out as well, so let's put a beaver on that. Then we can put down a large shelter in a place that makes my brain juices happy. Oh, we have no parts for this, huh? Yeah, that was a risk. Well, given that we have no stone to collect, I guess we tear this down. And we salvage the parts for the foragers camp. You can collect herbs, that's fine. We have a stock of purging fire. We're not corrupted, so like we can just get rid of the purging fire at our leisure and it's fine. And I'll put 2 humans on the foraging camp soon, and then we'll have absolutely no builders until the storm hits. But the storm's about to hit, so it's basically free. Everything's fine. Trapper's camp has run out. That's fine. We have plenty more bugs over here. Let's just make sure we eat all of those delisho tasty bugs. Oh, nothing like a mouthful of worm tongues. Mouth watering already. I'm salivating all over the place just thinking about those juicy, juicy grubs. Slimy yet satisfying, I think was the word. Or the phrase. I was close. The phrase is a bunch of words. We do have some upsetty spaghetti people. I'm not entirely sure if I can do anything about that. That might be Burnwood territory. It's not great, but it's also the viable thing I can do. What's your problem? You've capped out on fabric and bricks. I should up the limit. This is 2-star. I'm fine making relatively efficient levels of wood and stuff. It's fine. You guys can come over here now. Let's move you over here. Kind of looks good at the back of the blight post for some reason. Makes it look rain punky. Yeah, kind of just like it. Looks like the pipe's part of the whole thing. Beavers are leaving. That is a problem. I can't do much with the granary, still can't do much with the cookhouse until I get some kind of grain milling production. Definitely could use more humans. I may as well queue up the cookhouse to be built, though. It's not a... it's just a good plan. Just good to have that there. You can move down here, chop those trees down. You're fine and dandy over here, yeah. Humans are leaving. I did in fact notice that. We're so close to being able to run full woodcutters. Well, partial woodcutters. Anyway. I guess we burn wood and keep people around. That'll have to be okay. Better than letting them leave. They run off back to the Citadel and tattle to the Queen. Is like, our Viceroy was a meanie. He sucks as a Viceroy. You should punish him. And I'm like, what was that about? Snitches get stitches is the thing? No, I'm just asking questions. What's that phrase again? Could you remind me? Just a reminder, bro. Let's pull you off the farm here, put you on this farm here. I would really rather have more humans working on those, but anyone in non-essential work can probably be shifted over to that and it's fine. Oh hey, what happened? Oh, I ran out of wood. Oh yeah, that would do it, huh? Well, that's probably bad. What's your deal? Out of wood to make purging fire, but there's no assists anyway, so like, whatever. Go help build. 30 seconds left, huh? I am unsure if the lizards will stick around that long. Which is mildly worrying. Oh hey, we found rocks over here. Well, good, and also darn it. I need to burn coal, I guess. That's bad. We don't have a lot of that, but we have enough to get through this storm. And that's the important part. Alright, what do we get? It's all bad. Crowded Houses, like, isn't terrible. It's very inefficient with our current setup of large shelters, though. Gets a lot better if you have private housing, but I don't. Firekeeper Prayer is, not good. I need resources I sacrifice to last longer, not shorter. Glade Event Work Speed is not something that will kill me. Running out of fuel is. So I guess I take the money. Again. The forum's always a nice choice. Leisure and education covers the beavers and the humans' needs, and if I find the scribe, I'll be just sitting very pretty. And then I'll get the building the scribe is best suited for. It's just a good order. Just a good order I like to have. Newcomers are arriving. Let's get beavers back to work. I'm going to put a lizard up here. That will be good enough for our purposes. I would love to put a beaver on a forester's hut and get some amount of dew income. That would be pretty sweet. We don't need this stuff built. So I guess I'll just pull you off of that. We'll fill that out later. You just go build for now. How are we doing on stone? We got a lot of stone, actually. I forgot we'd get it from the trees, so I don't have to worry quite as much about it running out. So it's probably worth paving the roads so the farmers can get to and from the warehouse faster. Definitely need to make an outpost as soon as I can, but, you know, I can't really do that until the broccoli here is gone. I mean, I could, but it sure would feel like a waste. Rock and crystallized growth are both great. This gets me yet another +1 dew from trees and our farm, and the rock doubles the amount of trees we get from farming and from the trees and the stone pit. Both of which are really sweet. This basically means I'll probably be good on rocks forever. That sounds nice to me. Let's take that. I don't need a +3 to crystal growth. We're gonna have plenty without it, I think. Certainly willing to bank on it. Let's see, you're busy making planks and tools, both of which I want a lot. We'll get somebody to start opening caches pretty soon. In fact, I could do that right now, except that then I would be completely out of people to build. Though I can pull someone off the harvester's camp. That sounds okay. I can actually throw you on the small farm That would also be helpful. And we're good on food, so maybe I don't need a lizard here, and I can have him start opening up caches. Get us working on the open or send caches order, get some reputation. All that good, yummy stuff. Still very low on the needed beaver resolve. Like, I need complex food very badly, but I don't know how I'm gonna get it. Because I need, like... I need a building for it, and I am not getting any. And I'm not gonna get a blueprint for a while either. Not without finishing 2 orders, which is... feeling further and further away the more we go. Like, I could favor the beavers. That wouldn't get us anywhere close, though. This might just be you have to wait on tools, bro, kind of moment here. Which I'm not a fan of. Let's open up this glade. I need to open up 4 glades for trailblazing, and having 10 tools in the tank seems perfectly viable to me. Tis very spooky, though. I don't like feeling like I've stalled out, because that usually just causes impatience to grow and me to worry. This is a lot of hostility incoming. It's probably fine though. I definitely can use the extra help. Yeah, it's all just kind of fine. I might need a 3rd woodcutter. No wood cornerstones. We're kind of low on just generally everything. Wouldn't be the craziest plan. You gotta fix that tinctury. You finished that. That's good. You guys are busy with the moss broccoli. That is fine. Oh, we don't have any parts, do we? Yeah, we don't have any parts to make another woodcutter's camp with. Ag. Blargle, I say. Everyone knows what that feeling is. We found a drizzle geyser. Interesting. Certainly worth piping up. That does also mean I will need to turn on pipe building at somewhere at some point. So I guess it's you. Congratulations. Get to it. We have enough tools for trailblazing. I just have to pop into some glades. Which ones would look the best? This could have fertile ground. So could this. They're pretty safe. I'll almost certainly want to pop into this one, and probably that one. Maybe I save trailblazing for next year and we pop into the dangerous glades in a nice, orderly fashion that won't kill us. Also found another small cache, which is pretty sweet. I don't mind that one bit. What are you guys even doing over here? Just tree chopping, clearing out general space? Go over here. I need all this gone. This is where the next hearth is gonna be. I need it cleared off. And I need you to do it. Your Uncle Chris needs you to clear off the forest. Yeah, everything's kind of just cruising, I guess. Put you in a trapper's camp then. That's fine. I wonder if I can squeeze out some skewers right now. It could happen. Let's drop it down and see. Definitely want to get below level 3. Do not want all of my production halved. Also, we can't possibly handle level 3, so that's also a good reason. Granary there. This will just be like our food production row, which I kind of like. Oh boy. We do have a homeless. It's gonna be very hard to manage keeping everybody around with burning wood with the amount we have, which isn't fantastic. But it's not out of the question. Don't use raw wood for that. It's much more efficient to use planks, and we need to be efficient with our wood. Pity I never found a storm geyser anywhere. That would have helped out a lot. Humans are starting to leave. It's fine. Once I unfavor the beavers, that'll bounce back real quickly. Them I am the least worried about. Okay. Lizards, however, are a bit of a different story, eh? I guess I'm burning wood. It's not great, but it's what we're doing. Oh, don't leave. I don't want you to leave. That would suck. That would suck for me personally. Let's salvage a bunch of the wood from buildings, just to make sure we don't run out at a very bad time. But if the lizards start to leave, oh boy, will they start to leave. Timer will start like here or something. It's ridiculous. I got them up to 2. That should have given us a little grace period. But I have trigger finger-itis on my, Oh, he did instantly leave. Lame. I thought we'd get at least a tiny bit of grace period. Ugh. Ugh. Because they were sitting at 2. Kind of wish there was a way to tell, but I imagine the developers don't want me playing this close to disaster with resolve. Maybe. Probably just want me to have high resolve and be like, yeah, I had high resolve and it was fine the end. That's all that happened. Anyway, that did drop us a fair bit of hostility on the upside to that, at least. Small press. It is free oil once I start making flour, and boy do I ever plan to. So I guess that's good enough to take. Trade in luxury. I mean, I need a trade good packs from something. It's pretty nice rewards too. I guess we'll try it. Just feels very hard to get that going. Speaking of things I want to get going, get into that dangerous glade, please. Sitting very pretty on tools, which is nice. Probably enough that I can just afford to open up another cache. Probably. And probably is good enough. What do we find in here? More fertile ground, that's always nice. Perform a ritual, but I need some sort of luxury good. We can make ale and wine in the tinctuary, and I believe I rebuilt that. Sure did. Slight problem is I have no containers for that. Which is bad. We might have to buy some from the next trader. Or just buy the stuff directly. One of the two. Yeah, when's the next trader arriving? Should be momentarily. 31 seconds. That's momentary-ish. Also, we found another big patch of fertile ground, which is nice to see. A little bit of coal, which I could see us using. Alternately, I could break open a cache with luxury items, except that there aren't one with enough, so we're not doing that. Ooh, wait. I do have some incense kicking around, but no rocks. Or sea marrow. Okay. Well, I guess that basically scuppers that. You're not selling any luxury goods, which is expected. You are selling pottery, which we can turn into luxury goods, however. So if we want to make 30, we will need 9 pottery. That's a reasonable amount. Very happy to trade that for the grain I'm not using. That sounds good. Cool. Trapper's Camp, is that useful yet? No, is the thing. It could be. It's also affordable, which is very nice. Heavy millstone, I mean, I'm gonna make flowers, just I can't yet. 5-star survival guide is never bad. Furniture is never bad. All of these are, like, good. Blueprints are really precious, though, so I think I'll lean on that one. Call that fuck good enough. How are we doing over here? If I put another person, would you deliver that before Sahilda leaves? No. No, you would not. Sadness. Sadness and despair. I'm not melodramatic at all. You shut up. How dare you? How dare you? I've never been so insulted in my entire life, you calling me melodramatic. I should sue. Anyway, you make some wine. I could really use 2 people making wine, actually. So yeah, instead of you making entirely superfluous building materials, you go help make wine. Let's make 30 as soon as possible, because this is pretty dangerous to have going on during the storm. But I do wants to me that totem real badsies, because it's a +3 to global resolve, and that's big. That's big and very nice. Me want, me likey. Unga bunga, me want the good thingy. Good thingy, good. Good thingy, nice. I'll bet all of our rocks went into road building. It sure did. It's fine. Got the +1 to rock production. We'll get enough from trees that I'm not too worried. It's the pink ones, right? Yeah, the pink ones drop rocks. We'll get plenty of rocks. Look at that, we've already got 6 rocks. It's fine, we're good on rocks. I don't have to empty the ones out of my head to make up the difference. You're both gonna take a break. I think this is a good time to like move this down 1 so that they're not squeezing between the camp and the nodes. It's not a bad idea. I want as few people as possible this game. Maybe I just don't bring them in until I find I have a real true need for more people. Because right now, I think I'm just, like, fine. Could just really use another human, and putting more people on the Forcer's Hut wouldn't be bad. I mean, there are a lot of cases where it would be good. How much would like 15 money run me? Probably too much to trade away reasonably. Yeah. It's not the most unreasonable trade I've ever seen in my life. It's spooky, don't get me wrong, but like furniture or the survival guide would be really nice. Furniture would help me this year, which there's a lot of benefit to that given that I'm worried about living through this year. Tahoe! Hi. Nice to have you. Let's get this cleared out. I think I'm gonna need to put down some more shelters, unfortunately. Because I think I'm gonna bring in that pack of newcomers relatively soon. How we doing on the wine, boys? We have brewed an amount. Huzzah. Soon it will be even delivered. Oh, whoa. Crazy that. Slow yourself down, buckaroo. We can't always go at light speed when it comes to our orders, right? Yeah. He's delivering more. That's 20. I only need 1 person making another batch. So, theoretically, this is a good time to pull one person off of that and have somebody start delivering all that luscious wine to the totem. I'm not sure if luscious was the right word I wanted there, but it's the word I used, so I guess that happened. We're not taking it back either. Oh boy, do I ever wish I could finish an order. Because it has certainly felt like it's just impossible to do right now. Need to clear out for the neighborhood. Break into 2 more glades. It's just gonna be a rough go of it. How much wine is that now? You're delivering 5. There's 10 in storage. I think this is just the last batch we need, and that's that. I think so, yeah. Right, because you wouldn't have the pottery to make any more than is necessary. So that makes sense. Oh, we have been sitting on this amount of stuff for so long. Ooh, another cache. Small enough to send. Do I break into a glade or send that? I mean, like, breaking into another glade and using the tools clears us for an order, which is awfully tempting. It is awfully tempting to do that. Very, very spooky to break into this one early, but might be what I do. You never know. I guess we'll just see. I assume you're gonna deliver this wine at some point in the future so we can get the totem done. Yeah, looks like it. That's good at least. God, I need blueprints really badly. Oh, you're busy, are you? Hmm. It's just warm in this room. I'm starting to get a little nauseous, actually. I do not have the energy for a double header today, I don't think. So I'm just... we'll just call it good. Okay, you're delivering the last. We will not get the impatience or the fisherman ritual going off, which is great. We just need to live through the storm, which is probable. That's about all it is, but it's better than not probable. You've just been sucking up all of the planks for tool production, haven't you? I mean, like, good, but also nothing's getting built. Alright, we are low on fuel, which is a little nasty. Hopefully, if we don't sacrifice anything, we'll keep enough around to supply what we need. Hopefully. We're at the very least very good on food. And with excess labor, hoo boy. Yeah, I probably break into this. And just get trailblazing done. Seems like an okay plan. Do I have enough to open up another cache? We have 2 in the tank, which is not a lot. But if we got 2 more, we would in fact be able to open up another cache and also turn in trailblazing, which could end up being mission critical. I don't like being at that level of precarity, but I am. Boy, do I ever miss my upgrades. Don't think there's much else I can do. I'm gonna fast forward through the storm. Lizard starts to leave, we'll favor them, get them back up to 3, and then we'll be, like, probably fine. In fact, if this gets finished, we'll definitely be fine. That'll feel nice. Ooh, Trapper's Camp has run out. Well, there's a bug here, so go grab that then. Okay, beavers be freaking out. We stop neglecting them if they insist so much on it. 30 seconds. That'll get done just before drizzle ends. This is way too late for me to need it, but happy to have it, I guess. Alright. Let's get some roads built. Hey! There it went. Kaboom. Totem of Denial done. +3 global resolve, and all of our resolve issues are temporarily solved. Hooray! It's just that easy. Anything good here? Survivor bonding is never bad. Secure perimeter is a thing I could do. It's just a very dangerous thing to do. Like, you're basically committing to opening up all of the Forbidden Glades if you pick that cornerstone to get actual use out of it. And I don't mind doing Forbidden Glades. They're just, like, so far away from each other. It never seems viable. I think it's just survivor bonding because it's just, like, good. The end. Thank you for playing. We'll favor the lizards for a bit, I think, once it's off cooldown. And, yeah, we are gonna pop into there momentarily. Cool, and that'll be the last glade we need to open for the Trailblazing Order, and we can actually get a blueprint and maybe, like, get some frickin' flour milling at some point. So we can actually make good food, so we can complete orders and make people happy and play the game. Yeah, just... We're getting the occasional bit of incense from the trees, so I don't mind shoving that into boxes and calling it a day. Everyone I need woodcutting is woodcutting, that's good. We've got plenty of metal, don't we? Yeah, we got more than enough metal. I don't need anybody else on that hut. We're just good. Cookhouse is being built. That'll be excellent. Really wish this tree was chopped down, but such is life. Is there like a good spot to put a hearth over here? It's basically on top of the fertile ground, which is terrible. I could shift it up a little bit, make it not lined up. I twitch. I'll give it thought. Crystal growth is never bad, that's for sure. And I can sell you my massive amount of crystallized dew. That is a lot of money, and these are some pretty okay cornerstones I wouldn't mind owning. Yeah, let's sell half of that. Make even more dew. Chop down trees faster. Generous donation would be pretty nice too. I am hurting a great deal for reputation, but it's fine. We're good. We're on the cusp of finishing two separate orders. So how much trouble could it possibly end up being, right? Right. Of course I'm right. Everyone knows Chris is always right. Chris is correct all the time. No exceptions. Could we please chop this one tree down that I marked ages ago? Okay. Small herbalist camp has run out of herbs. We'll just get those from over here. That's fine. Trailblazing is done. Absolute truckload of metal, money, and better pickled goods all sound great. The distillery would be nice to have. It lets us make barrels, and gosh, with all the metal we have, barrels sure feel very viable today, don't they? Cellar is kind of meh. Alchemist hut is very meh. Clothier is certainly an option. None of this is flour, I have to point out. The one thing I really super duper needed. Still, coats are good. I guess we'll get some coats. And there's no better place for coats than the clothier. And that gives me the happy chemicals, so I'll be pretty good with that. Yeah, if we're gonna have a distillery there that I will definitely want to work, this is almost certainly where I put another hearth then. In fact, maybe this is just my next hearth. It's close enough to farms that it makes some sense. Could open up this cache. Also, what do we got here? Ugh. It is a reputation. That's also wildfire essence, which is kind of tempting. But it's just make 15 packs of provisions and I get a full reputation point. That's very viable. That's super duper viable. That gives me something I can do with all of these herbs I'm not doing anything with. So how much was it? 15? Yeah, we have the money. May as well. I guess I now have need of people, so let's drag these guys in. It'll be fine. You're still nowhere near being complete, which is kind of like, it's fine though. Do we have anywhere near enough tools for this? I mean, we're definitely getting there. I could just queue that up and put the hearth down when it's done. That feels okay to me. Definitely could use a warehouse out here, but I don't have any parts still. Hargle. There's a world where I get enough beaver resolve for the guild to be done. Maybe I'll look towards that world. Speaking of worlds I'm looking towards, we can definitely make skewers for lizards. And they would be really stoked about that, so that seems like a pretty good idea. We'll throw them in the cookhouse then. We'll have 30 around. If we ever, like, get some measure of biscuits, we can make them, but it's gonna be a little hard to do that. No one can eat root or berries either. We want to save those to make into biscuits if we ever get them. Could use some pipes. I need somebody in the workshop for that. Boy, I needed more people than I thought I did, huh? Oh well. Okay, Farlif is leaving. I cannot spend my 30 money lest I completely screw myself over for the event. Granted, I do still have a lot of metal, like an excessive amount, and that it would be kind of okay to sell. Sort of just okay with that? Sure. Okay. Now I can buy the generous donation, and that'll get me a little closer. I would like that a lot. $18, huh? I mean, if we got some coats, I could get the beavers resolve up to 20, and we could finally do the guild, one of the first things we ever got. Be nice to get that order done at some point. Given that it feels like that was in question for a very long time. Would absolutely love the storm geyser to exist as well. Because that would mean I would get stormwater and I could pipe up the carpenter in the workshop, which has been a huge bottleneck the entire game. Slow production. Very, very slow. Hey, Tao, look. There you are. You're a lizard collecting bugs. Isn't that what you've always wanted to be? Ah, it is a year divisible by 3. How quick I am to forget that. We got problems now. Yay! Do we have enough packs yet? No. We will have it soonish, so that's something. You guys are making skewers, that's good. Can favor you, and I might actually get a reputation point out of that, so it seems like a good idea. Trapper's Camp has run out of bugs. Well, we do have an upgraded one, so this meat is now accessible. Oh boy, meat! You can see why in year 1 I didn't take leather production, because I didn't find any large meat nodes until year 6. So, like, you know, I think the money was better. It's just a better pick. God, we have no pipes or planks. Thank you, autosave, for that frame rate loss. I need you guys to make one more batch of these. And you are making them. No, wait, we're at 15. Okay, someone must have times 2'd it. Excellent. In that case, go deliver the goods. That's downright terrific. Are we doing on skewers these days? We have 20. Not the critical mass I was sort of hoping to see when I clicked on that building, but at least they exist, I guess. We could pull you off, get you working on a cache. Because it does feel like I really, really need to work on those fists quickly. Are we doing on tools? We have basically none. God, I need to pipe this up. I need stormwater production really badly. Let's actually set you to pipes, because that's actually super important. Actually. We ran out of reeds. Crazy talk. There's some down there. This will... they're still delivering stuff. It's a long way to walk, too. It's not what you like to see. Oh boy. That'll almost be done soon. That's good. I'm probably gonna have to cut all of my woodcutters during the storm, which is terrifying. given how few we have and how little wood we're kicking around. We're just using up so much in the carpenter, aren't we? Yeesh. Coal mine would really hit the spot, huh? It sure would. Problem is I don't have any parts to make a mine. Oh boy. My parts are currently tied up in open one more cache. Which, doable soon-ish? Ooh. Ranch is pretty nice. It's pretty darn nice. That opens up sustainable water skins. Gives us something to do with the grain we're producing. We could just produce grain as a mainstay and turn it into meat and eggs, which would be great. Also helps out with the skewers. It doesn't help out with the biscuits, but that's, you know, it can't do literally everything. I can't fault it for not literally solving all of my problems, I guess. Y'alls are still delivering stuff. You're also taking coffee break, which is, questionable. They should get done in time, though. We should be okay. God, that's really bad. Oh boy, that's bad. Level 3 is not where we want to be. Not even remotely. Ah, boy. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, we stop making planks for now then. Stop making fabric because all that counts as building materials. Nothing else counts as building materials, right? Pipes count? I mean, that makes perfect sense, but I hate it. Anyway, I guess we have to see where we stand for the moment. We're like kind of okay. Kind of. Definitely need to run as many woodcutters as I can right now. Rest of you can go send that to the Citadel. We'll have enough tools pretty soon. And that'll have to be good enough. How to make the beavers happy? I don't know. There isn't a building they like to be in. We can't make biscuits because we have no flour. We can't make pickled goods because we have no planks. Clothier still isn't built because we still have no planks. It's like, boy oh boy. Sure do wish I had some planks. Wood has been just the biggest bottleneck in this entire game for, well, the entire game. It's as simple as that, Junior. Okay, you're like out of everything, so I guess you're done there. Humans are leaving, that's fine, we'll just stop neglecting them at some point. You know, at some point. I could get somebody else getting the amber from that, that'd be kind of nice. Alright. Stop neglecting the humans. Start neglecting the beavers. Screw those guys. We hate beavers. Oof. We have no planks. We have barely enough wood to get through the storm. Yeesh. Yeesh. Yeesh and yeesh. Eesh, yeesh, yikes. Butts. Okay, well, that's some wood territory, unfortunately. Whoo, hate that. We don't have nearly enough wood to sustain that whatsoever. But it's kind of what I have to do. We're capped on skewers. I was like, fine. Ah! Beavers, no, don't go. Also, the hearth's being massively corrupted, but we don't have any fuel to turn into purging fire. There's a lot wrong right now. Like an upsetting amount wrong. Okay. We got the cache done. Good. Oh god. Can barely get to level 3. That's kind of nuts. Give me flour. You did. Thank you. Jesus. Yeah, we just windmill slam the stamping mill down and be like, this is mine now. Thank you very much for the help. Slap that there, it's fine. Yeah. Okay. Flour is a huge priority, so is the ranch. Can put that next to like a farm, and that helps a lot. Just like back there. It's kind of just fine. It'll be in range of the food production buildings. Kind of like it. Alright. Alright, you woodcutters. Back to work, all y'alls. Pipes, fabric, brick, need all those. You go build that. You up that, you up with that. Something good. Reinforced axes helps a lot. So does Fiery Wrath, though. Gosh. I mean, either way, I'm getting more wood from both of these. Just this one's a lot more indirect. So let's just take the axes. Take the axes, call it good. It's a way to get more wood. I have rhymed this like I should. And I'm not continuing any of that. We're done. Thank you very much for your support. I did get some parts. What's that best used on? The mine in a warehouse seems like a good plan. Put it down here, like nearby everything. Pretty sure this is where the hearth is going. So like... there? Certainly don't mind it there. I mean, any of this place is good. It's just slightly more convenient. It does make it more convenient. It's fine. It's fine. I am now going to cease fretting over it. Let's get the mine down. Definitely need an alternative fuel source. We have reached peak tree. Would be ecologically unsustainable if we did not work on that. Speaking of things I need to work on, it's just need planks. Need planks badly. Arg. Yeah. Unless the clothier gets built this year, which feels like is not gonna happen, I think my only real choice is to squeeze some favor out of the lizards. This is a lot of hostility I'm gonna have to tank again. I may have to hold off on that for a bit. Alright, you go help build if you're literally just gonna be idle. I need at least one person in there, but other than that, we're fine. You're bringing in those, that's fine. I really need the hearth to exist. Alright, getting you guys down here is good. Right next to the warehouse will make this woodcutter worlds more efficient. Still got a massive amount of crystallized dew. We're turning it into a massive amount of tools, which is getting me semi-frequent reputation points with opening caches, which was the plan to start with. I mean, we're good. We're not risking dying from impatience quite yet. It's just very rough. Ooh. Pie? I love pie. Pie is great. Let's get some pie. That sounds fantastic. Now we just need our buildings built. God, maybe I need to spend those parts on a woodcutter camp. It's that dire. Wish you guys would have brought in some parts. Made my life a lot easier. But no, you were just bringing in whatever. Ooh, hi. This is some interesting stuff. Plantation guarantees I'll have biscuits forever and pie. That sure seems great. A little bit of extra flour would never hurt. Let's guarantee we'll definitely have pie. Grab the millstone then? Generous donation wouldn't be crazy either. I am looking at, you know, a good like 9 bars of impatience down there. Probably want to not just sit on that and pretend it's fine. Could be a poor choice on my part if I did that. But then again, it's probably just fine. Let's get the millstone. I could sell you a bunch of grain. We're not using it, and we're growing some, so like, yeah? Get this anyway? Sure. I like it. Okay, now we need to figure out what we do with a bunch of fertile ground plots. Probably a plantation here and a farm up here. We can swap out our farms to get grain now instead of getting raw vegetables, which is great. Still probably want some vegetables existing somewhere. So we'll just keep that existing there, I guess. Grain at this ranch sounds great. Okay. Still just utterly desperate for planks. So maybe I should buy some. We're not using, I mean, we could use leather for stuff, to be fair. What if I just sold you a bunch of food? And in exchange, you give me a bunch of planks. Apparently, I'm giving you too much food. That's fine. Okay, yeah. That'll be enormous, actually. Our biggest holdup has been just like not having the materials to make anything. So getting materials to make things sounds super great. We can also put these new shelters over here because we're gonna put a hearth down. Right? We have the ability to make that. Oh, we have no wildfire essence. Oh. Oh, that's terrible. Did we never ever get a... No, we never got anything from our orders. Oh, butts. Okay. Is there one in a cache? Nope. So what you're telling me is that we can't make another hearth right now. Boy, that's bad. That's real bad. That's real bad, and I hate it. Yeah, the granary's up. Can't do much with it yet. May as well turn my Stamping mill exists though, that's good. We can start turning all of our grain into flour and that'll be kind of huge. By kinda, I mean very. I guess we use whatever we've got here. I think, weirdly, the barrels are gonna be the most sustainable. But we definitely want these guys getting pickled goods. I want to make packs of crops in here as well, because it is a needed order. Could stuff veggies in that? Like, it's not terrible if I did that. You've been slow because you've been... No, you haven't. Never mind. You've just been slow because there's a lot of stuff there. That's fair. Boy. Okay. Kinda. Guess we're sort of a little bit okay in theory. Kind of. Bring in just a few more people. I feel like that's dangerous, but a thing I could do. You sure you don't have any parts, Hilda? Yeah, no, you don't. You don't stock those. Boy, I wish I hadn't sold my early parts. Are there any parts in the glades? No. Maybe I say screw the mine and just get more wood cutting then. I mean, they kind of serve the same function, getting more fuel. And I definitely have the beavers to make that viable. Okay. I could use more places cleared out anyway, so that feels okay to me. Prioritize it. Yeah, with 7 idle people, I don't think I'm gonna bring anyone else in at the moment. You can start making pottery. Keep 20 around, that should be fine. Then somebody in the granary can start making pickled goods. That'll be fine. In fact, that'd be a better place to make fabric because they get a production bonus here, so I might just tell them to do that in their off hours. That pauses Hilda leaving. I think we're fine with it. I think we're just fine with it. Alright. Much needed shelters are going up now. You're just gonna be building a bunch of pipes and bricks. All of which I do need, so good, but... Oy. I feel very slow, that is for sure. I also need someone on this geyser pump. because we need to pipe up the carpenter. I'd love to also pipe up the cookhouse and the stamping mill, but I don't have any pipes. I haven't made them yet. Well, they haven't been delivered yet, more accurately, but don't worry about it. It's clearance. This section has been cleared out plenty for where I want to put the next hearth. You go help chop this area out. It's closest to a warehouse, where we want to be. It's just a good idea. Alright. I could definitely use more people in the cookhouse. It's just a lot of things I want to have happen that aren't. Maybe I do bring people in. I could definitely find jobs for them. Yes, I could. Alright. Bring you guys in, put you in the cookhouse. Put another one of you in the workshop. Could use the spare humans when the plantation gets around to being built. That'll do. Lizards are now too decadent for me to get reputation out of them, which is ungood. I think the third woodcutter is going to be a difference maker, though. We are finally not sitting at no wood, so that's nice. You swap out there. I need somebody in the blight post. I can't just sit at 88% corruption with absolutely no purging fire while I'm using rain punk. That will not end well. Alright. You're all idle because we have no flour. Speed this up. Speed it up because it's a good idea. Put you in there, that's fine. Boy, do I ever want to automate these, but can't. I can't do it. Flour is definitely the priority here. Going to have a very large harvest of grain, which will be great. Turn that into flour. We'll even have the ranch built someday, I'm sure. That's another great use for flour. Oh boy. Do we care about meat? Sort of. We care about meat in the sense that we can use it to make pie, which there's value to, certainly. Alright. Storm has arrived. We have an amount of fuel. And it is a non-zero amount, so, like, we've got that going for us. Let's get somebody in the oven. Get you making pie. Really need the stamping mill to be more productive, which I could just pipe up fully. We have a ton of clearance water, and I'm not using any of it, so let's just pipe the crap out of it. It's fine. Alright. Do we live at Hostility 4? I don't know. It's very touchy. Yes, that is definitely what I would qualify as touchy. I don't quite know how to deal with this one. Like, there's the hope that complex food gets up fast enough, and that solves it. Which, not impossible, just very rough. Coats are being produced, that's something. That'll get the beavers and humans happier once they take a break and use their coats. 30 wood is not a lot to burn. Oh boy, here we go. Should probably slow down plank production if I'm doing all that, but why do smart things when dumb thing does fine? Yes, brilliant tactics. Alright. Oh, they're gonna be capped on resolve soon. Pull them off, but get the woodcutters back to work. And then just cross my fingers. Yeah, we don't want to make planks or any building materials while the storm's happening with the acid rain going on. It's just bad. It's a bad idea. It's an inefficient idea, is what it is. I mean, some of the food is coming online. We might get there at some point. Ooh, what we also could do, we could get some of our buildings juiced. Ooh. Happy juice. I nearly forgot that existed. It's happy juice. It's technically not drugs. Can I put another woodcutter on? Just barely. Yeah, alright. Hopefully that keeps us stocked in fuel for a while. Definitely cutting it close, though. I need you in the granary. I don't need you in the clothier. As nice as it is to have you there. At the particular moment in time. Need you making berries. Much berries, yes. I'll pull this guy off the farm, put him on the plantation, just more efficient. That's all of our human. Well, you're not being optimized, actually. Go back up here. Make us some veggies. Okay. None of these do anything. Druid's Hut sort of gets us some oil, but I'm gonna get oil from the flour production now, so why do I care? Explorer's Lodge does something. I mean, it's something. Ick. I still don't have enough housing either. Just a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble that I'm struggling to solve. At the very least, the lizards didn't leave. That's good. Alright, let's turn back on production of stuff. I think we can afford it now. Where's all my other beavers? One's on the herbalist camp, which I don't think I care that much about. Need you on wood cutting. I need all the wood I can get. Which I guess means I can pull a carpenter. Oh, I think I had two on a I'm headed on a cache. Gosh, we are low on people still, aren't we? How can we be this low on people when I'm this low on living? I don't know. Farming tools is always good. Sure. I'll take that. How many biscuits do we want to sit on? 90? Yeah, don't make any more than that. Definitely use berries if we've got it, because that's sustainable. Pies, we want to sit on probably 60, that's fine. Maybe 70. I'd also love to pipe that up if I could, but I can't always do that kind of stuff. Hey, we finally got 20 beaver resolve. I never thought I'd see the day. It's like getting people things they need helps a lot. Got plenty of flour, that's good. Don't have a lot of pottery, but it's fine. Definitely use someone else in the granary. I have too many extra slots I need filled. Oh lord. Wait, how'd the hearth get built? Wait, what? Wait. What? We didn't... What? But, huh? Okay. The only explanation I've got for that is that, like, a builder had the 3 wildfire essence being carried in his hand and it didn't count as being anywhere at all, period. And therefore made me think, oh, well, I guess I just don't have any wildfire essence and I can't make any of this. But I do! I do, Charlie. I've got some essences. That's great. Yeah, let's move a bunch of people over here then. Upgrade that hearth. That sounds real sweet. Somewhere that's not in the way of a good production spot, ideally. Yeah. Good. Good. We'll upgrade that pretty much momentarily. Okay, we don't have any building materials whatsoever. That'll have to be fine, unfortunately. Okay. We're somewhere. Oh, we are just dancing on having no wood anywhere whatsoever, constantly. Which is, like, probably not ideal, but maybe it's okay. Vlees, hello. You didn't bring me wildfire essence, which I was Kind of super hoping you would. You did bring me a lot of cool stuff, though. That saves a ton of metal and resources. Could definitely use another reputation bit. Pickle jars ain't bad. Reinforced needles ain't bad. I kind of want all of it. I kind of want all of your stuff. So what if I gave you all of my metal and in exchange I get all of your stuff? How does that deal grab you? What's most important? Needles would help a lot. I mean, complex food needs is almost guaranteed to be needed. Upping my tool production by 50% sure does sound really sweet. Yeah. And that's probably that. Probably. I'll get back to you when you're about to leave. Cache is being completed. I mean, I just put someone else on the cache here, yeah. If I've got a spare person, I may as well. Like, I barely have a spare person, but it's enough to get us some reputation, darn it. Alright, you are going as fast as possible. You, I would love to pipe up if I had any. Could just get you to deliver those, that'd be nice. You guys are making coats. We've got plenty, so that's good. Really just need wood again. Stop me if you've heard that one before. Ooh boy, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people I really probably can't handle, honestly. Where would I put them? Could make a mine. That's almost certainly a great idea. I could squeeze some reputation out of the humans. I'd love it if I could squeeze reputation out of the beavers, but that's a little hard. Lizards I could also get some rep out of. I guess I do have a lot of slots in food production, don't I? Yeah. Alright, come on in. Get you making pies and pickled goods or whatever. You use eggs and berries. You, my fine, scaly friend, are probably gonna stay where you are, actually, and I'll put someone else on the geyser pump, because you can be used better at the ranch, where we can get a bunch of eggs we can pickle, keep a couple of leather in stock, just in case we can make some water skins out of that. If we're ever, like, capped on coats, we can make some water skins. That'll help us make some pickled goods, and that will help us stay happy, which is important. It's very important. I could pipe either of these up now. Probably the brick oven is more important, so we'll do that. The rest build for now sounds good to me. Yeah. Fleece is gone. Probably could have bought some more stuff from her, but I think we're okay for the moment. You still want some tools, still want some planks. Still just need a ton of wood. You're capped on stormwater? Really? We're capped on it? That seems unlikely. But I guess it exists, so who am I to argue? This should keep us very well stocked in biscuits for the foreseeable future. Same thing with the pie there. Pickled goods will eventually get made once we get our berry harvest in. And we'll get some eggs from the ranch pretty soon too. They'll actually go straight from the granary to pick up eggs at the ranch if they need to make that stuff, so that's good. High level of corruption. You don't say. Well, we have enough purging fire to handle it, so I guess we're fine. We are, however, using a ton of water, are we not? Yeah. That might necessitate a second person on the blight post pretty soon. Which isn't ideal. But I guess it's something I might have to just do. Boy, 3 woodcutters and we're still sitting at 0 wood, huh? I mean, you guys are right next to a warehouse and a hearth. You don't actually have anything you need to do. There's no travel time with you. You're just, like, not fast. That's your problem. This is where I would put my next small hearth if I had wildfire essence, which I don't, so we're just gonna tank that priority and dream of a day we could fit more people over here. What a world that would be. You might be able to favor the lizards for a little bit of a reputation, and I want them to be at their highest possible reputation level before going into the storm anyway, so that I only have to worry about the humans and the beavers being unhappy. Really? We're still capped on drizzle water? With only one person pumping and me using a ton of it? I mean, great, but also how? Also, we have a lot of homeless. I need more than a single shelter built over here. Like, soon. Kinda yesterday level of soon. Yeah. Kinda yesterday level of soon, huh? Just have no wood anywhere. Where's it all going? How are we keeping the hearth lit? I mean, I guess it's all going to the blight post at the end of the day because we need a ton of purging fire, and that takes a ton of wood. But still, this feels ridiculous. Harvester's camp is out. You are out. You are extra out. So I guess we're done with you. You can go to herb picking, and with these 5 new tools, probably want to make a stonecutter camp and get some rocks, so we aren't stuck not being able to build any bricks whatsoever at any point. We get plenty of rocks from the trees. It's not that big a deal. Artisans unnecessary. Manufacturing could be good. Clan hall is kind of just okay. Don't really need the artisan. I do have plenty of metal to make training gear out of. It's just, I don't know, man. I very rarely see training gear as very viable. I could make beaver houses, but I need wood for that. And boy, that's proving to be a big challenge. I think it's fine though. Once we get all of our infrastructure built, we'll just build a bunch of beaver houses and it'll be fine. What if it's all fine? It all just ends up being perfectly fine. Woodcutters have run out of trees. Really? Well, that would explain your slow gathering speed, huh? Over here, then. Plenty of trees this way that I don't want to have exist. We have enough people to send that to the Citadel. May as well. Alright. We're here at the storm. Looks like 5 is our lower limit, and boy is it scary. I'm gonna have to allow oil to be burnt at hearths. because otherwise I think we're just gonna run out of fuel because we have no fuel. Ugh. I really do not want to make a lot of building materials while acid rain is happening either. So once this guy's done, I'm just gonna deactivate the workshop. You can keep shoving things into boxes as long as we're collecting it from trees. That's fine. But you were done for the moment. Same thing with fabric. High level of corruption, you don't say. It's fine. 2 blight fighters are going to handle all of that very easily. I could put someone else on the cache to speed it up, and I may as well put people on the stonecutter camp too. May as well do that. Fill out the herbalist camp. Don't have a lizard for the trappers camp, but whatever. It's not needed. Ugh. God, we've been struggling so hard for building materials this whole game, haven't we? It's not a massive surprise, but it is painful. That's a lot of pickled goods you guys have. Good to see. Still very much falling behind on biscuits, though. Ooh. Ah, right. We did a Glade event, so now we're over our limit again. That's fine. I kind of needed to do that to live, so we did it at the end. Gosh, golly jeepers. I'm out of caches and I have a glut of tools. Is it time? It might be time. There are many good arguments for why it is time. I don't like that the arguments are good. I wish the arguments were bad, and I wish that I could just say, what? Breaking into the Forbidden Glade? That's just suicide with no upside, and then I'd be like, I guess I don't ever need to do that one. Sure don't. Sure glad we've all decided that the incredibly dangerous Forbidden Glade is just absolutely not worth opening. That would have been cool. We still have no way of making trade goods, huh? Yeah. Why hasn't Lootbox Horse shown up then? Surely he has spied a business opportunity of somebody in the market for packs of goods. Oh my god, Storm, just end. I beg you. I'm so tired. I mean, I could take 10 amber, or I could take 10 amber every year. I think I know which one I want. One less on the stonecutter camp. Get as many woodcutters as we can. Chopping as much wood as we can, because that's just our continual forever bottleneck. It is an albatross. It is as painful as it is frustrating. Yeah, I'm fine sitting on, like, Lizard being happy for a while. That's pretty cool. Love it if we upgraded the other hearth pretty soon, too. But that takes planks, and I don't have any of those. it's just very, 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 very rough to get enough of those planks. Cookhouse. I already own a cookhouse. So I guess I'm going to just salvage this, which is a benefit in itself, I suppose. But what do we have here? A fisherman soothsayer. Oh no. You're terrible to get late. Like, you're awful to get late. You're, like, hideously bad to get late. Did I mention you're really bad to get late? Because you're really bad to get late. Do we have the kind of happiness to sustain us through knowing a massive amount of rationing? Because if I don't ration them, they do die. Is it coats too? Complex food, clothing, or services. Yup. It's coats too. That's clothing. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Hey. There's no winning. I guess we capture him. It's awful. The rocks would probably be a lot cheaper, but then again, I have a billion tools, so like, who cares? Just go for it. No one is allowed any of our complex food or services or whatever. It's just gonna have to be okay. Hopefully we can coast on being fully satiated for a while. And maybe even someday we'll have enough planks to build everything we need. Oh, that'd be sweet. That'd be super duper cool. That'd be cool and I'd love it. More people. 6 either way. Probably these guys, but not now. Oh, the rationing's kicking in. Bye, all that reputation I was going to get. I'm gonna miss you. Sure was nice to very briefly have you. I'm sure I could put a plantation down here and be happy with it. Except that there's no particularly good spot for it, which is extremely painful for me, but whatever. They probably couldn't handle all of those plots anyway. Copium. Still sitting at a whole 0 wood, huh? Ooh. Yeah, I could definitely use less fuel consumption currently. And some just flat global resolve. That sounds pretty sweet. I don't think clay drops from anything but reed fields, and we basically mined all those out already. So that doesn't sound very good. Reinforced needles is very convenient, saves us a lot of materials, which is just generally good. Sure. I'll take it. And I could just buy all of your planks, too, for my meat. Sure. Sounds fine. Do I need click deliveries? I mean, absolutely not. But it would be convenient, I guess. Nothing like drops clay, right? We do have a bunch of reeds over here now. No harvester's camp anymore, but that's solvable. Sort of. Can't possibly be worth it, though. There's gotta be way better uses for that. Let's turn on roots. We got plenty of meat, actually. I'm not worried about getting hunger ticks. At least not right now. I mean, I guess if we ever run out of meat, you should make some meat over here, but that seems wildly unlikely. We have no fabric. How'd that happen? I guess because you guys are focused on making so many pickle goods. Fair enough. Oh, I never turned it on in here. Okay, wait, no, okay. Actually, the thing about it is, we found the actual problem, is that I'm dumb. I'm glad we finally deduced that problem. That would have been bad if that hadn't been figured out. It's okay, everyone, it's okay. Your viceroy is just dumb. If everything's actually fine. Having a dumb viceroy sounds like a problem, though. Yeah, but it's not if you don't think about it. So don't do that, and I order you to do that because I'm your viceroy. Good talk. Glad we could talk. Sahilda's leaving. Just get the steel shovels, cuz. I'm weirdly okay with it. Sure. Alright, that'll be done before the storm hits, which is good, because if it wasn't done before the storm hits, I would lose. So I'm pretty happy for that. Oh, hey, it's a year divided by 3. Right. That's important to note. God, we have a lot of metal. You guys are really capped on water skins, huh? I'm a little shocked. You guys should use water skins primarily just because it's our most efficient way of getting those done. Got plenty of flour, no pottery, but that's kind of just fine. That's some low resolve. But I think between the furniture and the totem, we're gonna be okay. Especially with the beavers being like, we're upset about actually everything right now. Like, all of the things. Like, we're happy with nothing that's going on right now. And that's fair. I can't possibly deny that you have every right to be upset. I mean, I guess I could, because I can do whatever the heck I want, but I'm the viceroy, but I understand. I understand because I'm a nice viceroy. I'm a nice roy. Anyway. Everyone's got a home now. Excellent. Cookhouse has been done. Hey, we caught the soothsayer. Wonderful. A little late for the greenhouse. We already have a distillery, we just have to build it. Herbalist camp gets us a bunch of herbs. Do I care at all? No. It's the thing. Kind of feels like I re-roll for getting scrolls or a temple. Or some way to make trade goods. Because that's keeping me from doing a lot. The mine will be done soon. With that, I will definitely want a full contingent of beavers working in there. So I guess it's time to bring these jokers in. We now have planks that exist, so that's kind of crazy. Let's make that distillery then. Make some more housing. Because we need it. Here's fine. Let's have a cute little road snaking around that. It's not exactly pretty, but it exists. Hey, outposts is done. Excellent. Super excellent. Let's re-roll this. Give me something actually good now. None of these are good. Like, manufacturing in, like, some universe is good. Is it okay, then? I mean, it does give us a service, and that would make the Explorer's Lodge very useful. But it also denies me the ability to do 2 of my orders if none of these give me any way of making trade goods. So I don't like any part of that, but I guess it's gonna have to be good enough. Also, I need to stop rationing because the soothsayer is done, which means using clothing and eating good food is no longer fatal. So that's a plus. You're not capped on pies, are you? You are? What? Up the limit of them, then. Jesus. What are we even thinking at that point? We can also make some incense if we really cared to, but I don't think we could possibly sustain incense production for this population. Just does not look very viable to me. Man, did we ever use those planks in a big ol' hurry, huh? Unsurprising, but you know. Oh well. You're capped on bricks and pipes, which is interesting. Can I pipe anything up that's useful? Kinda no. Like, everything I need piped up is already piped up. Which, well, good is also like, well, now what levels? Yeah, we got plenty of biscuits. Like, we're kind of just good here, huh? Putting you on the blight post is a good idea, though. We are in a bit of trouble when it comes to dying from blight. Oh hey, I can trade stuff. That's a thing I could be doing. That's a way to get rid of this excessive amount of crystallized dew in a useful way. Yeah, that's the ticket. Okay, so 8's hostility is a touch unsustainable, as it turns out. Although maybe 6 is fine. A lot of our unhappiness is coming from rationing. We just have to wait until people, like, eat, and then they'll be a lot happier. Also helps if I get a shelter down at some point. I also should consider, like, using that beaver house blueprint I got an age ago, but decided that I wasn't going to build any because planks are so hard to come by. Which, I mean, to be fair, they're hard to come by. And we get 3 global resolve from the Explorer's Lodge. Excellent. That clears it. We're just good on level 6. Okay then. How's the corruption looking? High, but not lethal. As long as it's not lethal, I'm pretty happy. Can do another trade route. 4 for 3 is insulting, so that's just not happening. 207 metal. That's ridiculous. And Vlies is on their way. That's lovely. She buys metal. I can basically just buy her entire stock out. That'll be fun. Alright, well... in theory, I could make use of that plantation, but it's so far away I don't think I'll actually ever get a harvest from it. And I really don't have the parts for another warehouse. Still, I'll throw one person on it. Maybe we'll get a berry or two. Then we'll be like, yay, berries! How many berries did you produce last year? Looks like at our peak in between harvesting and using it, we had 91, which is real good. Real good. So we're in a pretty good spot. The game, however, is taking an age to complete, which it'll speed up eventually. I should open these caches like a person who has a functioning brain. That would help a lot. That would get us the reputation that we need to win the game. You like winning the game, don't you, Chris? You say it all the time. That's one of your favorite things to do. So why aren't you doing the thing that wins you the game? Why are you doing the thing that doesn't win you the game? Which is not doing the thing that we're doing there. I think that's all she wrote for our herbs. Sure is. Fine by me. I could use the extra people. Go to the mines. You yearn for the mines. That's today's episode title. Well, today's stream title. Alright. We basically have to win on this year. Really, really late for prosperous archaeology. It's kind of incredibly insulting that we get it that late. It's fine, though. Okay, everyone will have a home soon. We'll get plenty of wood soon as well. Get some reputation from the beavers, and we'll make enough tools to open these caches and just win. Winning on year 10, not where I want to be. Let's just be clear about that. This game dragged and was painful. But at least I didn't lose, and the attempt at Queen's Hand ended again. So I got that going for me. Glade event done, Glade event done. Getting lots of money, 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 money. Did I mention the money? Another glade. That was... oh no, that was reputation. Nice. So yeah, we win this year, no matter what. I don't know. Give me all your money. Are you robbing me? No, I'm trading. Ooh, yes, give me all those too. We can make another hearth. We'll take that, all of it. Just shove it in the van. Wish you'd brought some more blueprints for like buildings and stuff, but I guess I just don't get to have any fun. Ooh, you do have scrolls though. Hold up. Okay, well, nobody's working in here, so they're not gonna use the scrolls. But I could just make some ale. And if I made 50 ale, then I'd win the game, which is pretty sweet. Then again, I'm already winning the game, so what the heck am I even doing? Wasting my gall darn time is what I'm doing. Gall darn it. Could just buy that too. I'm gonna do it because it's funny. Hey look, we won! Oh boy, that was terrible. 10 years is not how long you ever want any game to last, no matter what level of difficulty you're on. What did we uncover? Spark dew crystals. Oh, that's probably lethal. Considering I was sitting at like 12 in patience for most of that game, and now I'm gonna be doing something where I start with 6. That sure sounds really lethal. Okay. Help. District helps. Beaver House kinda helps. It helps enough. I'll spend on that. Embarkation, none of these do anything. None of these are worth anything. I can't get enough embarkation points to use it. None of these give me any points. I'll never make use of any of it. I think just having more of the Queen's patience is worth it. Lower prices, that's certainly never bad. Building storage, I mean, that makes things a little bit more efficient. It's like, kinda, they're all fine, more or less. I guess building storage just makes things more efficient. This also saves me a lot of amber. I do buy a lot of stuff, though then again I'm about to do Prestige 10 and then I'll be incredibly poor regardless. Though I guess that mitigates even more given it's a percentage. I guess. Alright. More Citadel resources. That would have been useful to me yesterday! Grace period's basically a non-negotiable. I need that to live. Alright. Aunt Lori's here to convince me to stop doing the Queen's Hand trial, and like, I'm in such a bad spot. If there was a thank you Aunt Lori, I'll stop now option, I would take it. But there isn't. I don't know if I live through the next game. I can't have a repeat of Moledale, that's for darn sure. I'm gonna have to get a good start. Because if I don't get a good start, I am kaputski. And you can pretend that's a word. Anyway, speaking of being kaputski, I'm tired, so I'm gonna call it a stream. Hey, thanks a ton for watching. Yeah, it's real cool of you. It's really, really cool of you. And you know what else is really, really cool? It's a streamer called Dendrian, and I'm gonna send you over to him because he's playing Hades, and I love that game. Like, maybe I'll do like a Hades series once I'm done with Against the Storm. Play through the first game again, then play Hades 2. Maybe I'll play through Hades and I'll get to like... by the time I'm done with that, early access will be done, because like Hades 2 is like, it's in a spot where it's darn good and it's fully playable, but like I also play that for the story kinda, so like I want the whole story to be there before I play it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me, and that's all that matters. So haha, eat it or something. I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave. Thank you for watching again. Hope the rest of your day is lovely. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for Warframe Wednesday. That'd be cool. Anyway, you take care. Peace.